Hi, happy Sunday. This quarantine has my sleeping just way off. Instead of sleeping 5 hours a day, I'm sleeping like 7. And then today I hit 8 hours and took a nap on the couch. And I just feel so lazy and out of it that I just forced myself up and just record a video, get ahead. So, I may just record videos even on weekends. Don't worry about it. I'm not assigning you homework on weekends. Definitely work through the week. I know we're moving into block scheduling. The videos will always be on YouTube. And when I schedule, oh my gosh, I kept thinking of the word request. When I schedule a Zoom meeting for us to meet by periods, it'll be by periods. So that way I don't have like 46 kids come in. It'll be to answer your questions, clarify. You can then ask, for instance, this week, I'm going to do the A negative parabolas or the quadratics, the graphing quadratics. And then tomorrow I'll put up the factoring when A is not 1. And then I'm hoping towards the end of this week then, so hopefully then Thursday when we meet, for the students that have done the GCF, what else? The GCF assignment, the factoring A is equal to 1, the factoring A is not equal to 1, and then of course I'll put up kind of like a mini quiz, like sample test, just for you to practice, see how confident you are. Then I'll then have you let me know when you want to take the test, and I'll release it out to you. I won't post it on YouTube. It'll be something that I email out to you, okay? So that way there's no distractions, or we'll figure it out. We'll see what you guys say when we meet for Zoom, but I'm thinking that's just the easiest for me. Okay, so it's good seeing you. It's good to do some math work and get off the couch, okay? So here we go. Let me switch it. This is Hermione. This is my other cat. She's not the most social. She likes to stay alone, so quarantine life is perfect for her. It's her life, okay? So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna continue graphing quadratics. We're still focused on vertex form, this A value. Okay, we're still focused on that. And then once we hit the H and the K, then we'll go ahead and summarize what each of them stand for. But this essentially is a concavity, whether it's concave up, concave down, whether it's bowl-like or very skinny. That's how that goes. But you gotta graph a few of them for you to get that, to kind of observe that. Okay, so we're still in the A value. So we are going to graph the quadratic y equal negative 2x squared. Okay, now remember, zeros we do not write, ones we do not write in mathematics. It's implied. So if we wanted to be super, super precise as far as this A and this H and this K, they're both 0. That's why on the tables, the XY tables, we're always starting at 0 where I have vertex. What I mean is here, we always have that 0 here because eventually it will change as, it'll change on the future videos, and then I'll explain why. Okay, so here it's really negative 2 quantity, x minus 0, quantity squared plus 0, okay? Okay, this is our A value right here. Right, so our A value is negative 2. Okay, so first question, what is the value of A? A is equal to negative 2, right? Okay, next. Is the value A positive? Oh, I'm sorry. Is the value of A positive or negative? It is negative, right? Negative. Okay, is the parabola concave up or concave down? If it is negative, we are looking at this type of parabola, correct? Okay, so we are talking about concave down. All right, does the this is the table here, so we're going to continue with these questions. All right, does a parabola have a maximum point or a minimum point? Remember, your vertex is always the maximum or your vertex is the minimum point, depending on the concavity of the parabola. So our parabola has an a value of -2. That's a negative. It is concave down. This is what it looks like. So our vertex is here at the very tippy top. And so when you have a concave down quadratic, you have a maximum point. Okay, so here we have a maximum point, right? Because it's concave down, and so it is right there, correct? Right. So here is our maximum. Here's our vertex, that's our maximum point, correct? You can't even see the red, really. Okay, what is the axis of symmetry? It's the x value of the vertex, but now when we get to these, let's go ahead and first, when you want to write out the axis of symmetry and the max or min value, it's best to graph it and then come back to it so I can talk about it, okay? Okay, so here is our XY table. Again, until we start improvising H and K and we make them values other than 0, 0, we're just going to stick to -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And then that way it gets you comfortable with the substitution, the order of operations of squaring first, then multiplying. So, you know, it's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve and substitute. Okay, so if we let x equal -2, y is equal to -2x squared, -2 squared. Remember, order of operations, you square first, right? PEMDAS. Exponent first, multiplication second, right? Okay, so 2 and then -2 squared, right? -2 times -2 is +4, correct? And then 2 times 4 is 8. I forgot my -2. Yeah. I forgot that little, my hand's in the way. So you get -8, right? Okay, so then this is -8. And by the way, before we go ahead and do the equidistant and we get that symmetry, if you have this calculator, -2 quantity, -2 squared, right? That's essentially what we have here, -2, -2 squared. Hit the equal button right here, and you get -8. Okay, so the calculator will also verify your work. So you get -8. Okay, we talked about that equidistance, right? So remember, because 0 is our vertex, -2 is 2 units up or 2 units to the left. This 2 is 2 units down, right? Because we're doing increments. These two, this is purple, but it looks the same, are going to be equal. So I will still substitute, I will still solve, but it's safe to go ahead and put -8 there. So let's solve that one, even though we're kind of out of order. Okay, x equal 2. So y is equal to -2, +2 squared, and order of operations. Because, and the reason why you also get that symmetry is, remember, a negative number squared is positive, a positive number squared is positive. So I get 2, 4, -8. I keep wanting to leave that -8 out. And so here you can see they are equal. Okay, so there's that -8. So really, if once you really understand the symmetry and this equidistant, and you understand your first, then you actually get your points in pairs. Okay, so now let's -1. So when x is -1, y is equal to -2. Substitute the -1 squared. Again, I don't know why I keep putting the top back on this highlighter. -1 squared is +1. And so I get -2. And so -2, and it is also safe for you to put -2 for +1, because remember, these are both equally distant. And just to be safe, because we're still, you know, this is like the third one or fourth one we've done, when x is +1, -2, 1 squared. Again, you would order of operations first, so exponents, and I would get -2. Oh, look, I got it in my head. And you can see these two are the same, right? So there's my -2. Okay, when x is 0, what do we put that in? Even though we already know it's 0, 0. In fact, I even already filled it in there, but let's do the work. Oh, whoops, sorry. 0 squared, that's 0, and so anything times 0 is 0, right? Okay, so here's our 0. So there's our completed XY table. Okay, all right, let's fill in the points. -2, -8, -1, -2, 0, 0, 1, -2, 2, -8. And now we're going to go ahead and plot the points, correct? So I'm going to move on over and have them plotted. So here we go. 0, 0 is right here. 1, whoops, 1, -2, here's -2. 1, -2, and -1, -2, right? Because remember, they're equal distant. You got the symmetry. -2, well, that's a +2, -2, and now come down -8. -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's -8. Let's just verify it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to plot -2, 8 and +2, -8. Right? Okay, so now I'm going to connect. And remember, the vertex here, it's bowl-like. It's not like an absolute value function where it's a cusp. It's rounded out. It's not going to be like a V. It's a U, that U bottom. Okay, so here's my perfect parabola. Yay. All right, let's label this. And then we're going to get to the axis of symmetry in a second. Okay, you know our vertex is right here, right? Our vertex is the turning point, right? That's our vertex, right? Okay, our axis of symmetry is a dashed vertical line that intersects, cut through, passes through the vertex or the x value of the parabola, yes? Okay, so here then, when it says what is the axis of symmetry, it is always a vertical line. So it is x equal, and that it is always the h value, or in this case, the x value of the vertex. So if you come back to your table, I have vertex, that is your axis of symmetry as a line, as a vertical line. So it's x equal 0. So these two should always be the same number, okay? Okay, next. What is the maximum or minimum value? We already decided here that our parabola was concave down because it's negative, so we have a maximum point, right? And that's what it looks like. Look, it's downward. Our vertex is at the very tippy top, and that's exactly what we have here. Okay, so our maximum point is the vertex. It's always the vertex. Okay, what is the maximum or minimum value? It is the y value of the vertex point. So if this is my vertex is 0, 0, or here's the point 0, 0. It is the y value of the vertex, and that is 0. So it is just 0. Okay, so your vertex, not only is it giving you a point, and it's giving you a major characteristic, and it's telling you how to pick your point to the left and the right, but it is also giving you your axis of symmetry value, and it is also giving you your maximum or minimum value, and then this point happens to also be the maximum point. So these three have to do with that vertex point. So you got to find it. So that's why go get the A value, positive or negative, concave up or concave down, and then you can go ahead, it's up to you. You can go ahead and solve these, or you can go to your table, complete out the table, right? Substituting the input values, get your output values, plug them in, then go ahead and write the coordinate points, plot them, and then if then it's better for you to come back and answer these questions, go for it, okay? Okay, that's it, yay. I feel productive today on this Sunday because my highlight was pretty much just laying around and sleeping. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and post 2 assignments. So you're going to see 2 assignments on there. You're going to have a graphing, I'm looking at the assignment. You're going to have a graphing assignment where the A value is negative. It has 2 quadratics. Okay, and then you're gonna have, I'm trying to look and talk at the same time. And then you're gonna have 4 quadratics. So it'll be another assignment, and it's mixed. You have positive and negative to get you to do both at the same time. And then the next graphing assignment I'm gonna put up for graphing quadratics will be now the H and the K. Okay. Tomorrow's video will be on factoring where the A value is not 1. Remember, if you're focused on raising your grade, do the review assignments. Now, you have to start getting acquainted with School Loop and how I'm putting in descriptions in the assignment, which I think most of you are. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I always tag or link the YouTube videos in School Loop, so you can just push that and it'll take you straight to the link. But it'll say review and it'll say new. But for sure, when we Zoom on Tuesday, I will definitely attack and completely make sure when you log out of the Zoom or when you exit that you understand that this week is a potential for you to earn extra points. Now, if you're a little behind on the assignments, don't stress. It's good. Breathe. We have a lot of time. All I'm saying is that I now have an assessment written up, and when you are prepared and you feel confident, let me know, because then we're going to have Zoom. So if you have questions to answer or questions to ask, then I will clarify them. I will answer them for you. And if you read your notes when you submit your assignments, if you did them wrong, I kind of tell you like, oh, the first graph was beautiful. The second one, you just didn't put the A value. It's +1, or I think I did that for like a few people. So not a big deal. Most kids are still getting the full credit. So it's great. Okay. I love you guys. I'll put up the other videos of the 2 assignments. Okay. Bye. Happy Sunday. I'm sure you're having days like this where sleeping was just your peak performance. It was just sleeping and laying on the couch. And I finally hit that after 3 weeks of quarantine. I finally hit just that lazy day. So, okay. Love you guys. Bye.